head was bashed into the concrete by a black girl. And I didn't take that action as being race motivated. It's normally when you get like 5-on-1 or 10-on-1 or 20-on-1 or the knockout game. And that's when it's usually the black culture. And I got in a couple debates the other day. As a parent, I asked Matt, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Do you discuss or is race a part of, and this is a sensitive question. I don't know how else to ask this. Do you, if your kids are ever like, hey, we want to go to Chicago, and for the weekend you go, all right, well, if you got 20 kids that are walking down the street by you and they're black, cross the road. Because you know that in Chicago, they will jump him to steal an iPhone. If they're on the train or the L, there's going to be violence when they amass in those kind of numbers. There's riots, there's this and that. Do you ever have, or is it a concern of yours to be like, man, I don't want to come across as racist, but how do we not link these two attributes together, crime, violence, and skin color? And I have to teach my kids that the world is not a really sunshine and rainbow rosy place here. They got to be aware. Have you had, does that cross your mind ever?
Yes, I think it's also the duty of, as a parent, to prepare your child for the harsh realities of life, not to coddle them, not to insulate them from, the reality of life is it can be hard at times, but I think it's our duty as a parent to make sure they're prepared. I have a daughter that's about to be 14, a son that's 7, and a son that's 3. My son that's 7 is autistic, and he's kind of nonverbal. We goes to speech and stuff like that. So conversation with him about that later on in life, about being like we started the show off, these scenarios that could possibly happen. If this happens, this is what you do. If this were the case, make sure that you're always aware of your surroundings. My daughter, who's about to be 14, she's very intelligent. She's very smart, and I can have those conversations with her. And there is a these are just the facts, and they may be uncomfortable to deal with, but the FBI crime statistics are what they are, and you can say they're there. This is why this is, or this is why this is. Like, for instance, African Americans make up 13% of the population, but they commit 50% of the violent crimes. That's just what it is. Now, you can, if that's an uncomfortable statistic for you, if you're uncomfortable with the truth, then the problem isn't you, or the problem isn't the truth. The problem's you, and to start with that, you can say, it's systemic racism. It's because of this or because of this. Poverty's obviously synced with crime. If you have low poverty areas, you have high crime rates. But there is a cultural issue there. You can look at the fatherless homes, single parent homes, absentee fatherism in that community, whatever the case may be. There is just, this is what it is. 50% of the violent crimes are committed by 13% of the population. And when you have children, you should prepare them for all scenarios. You should give them the truth and the facts. And it doesn't have to come this is coming from a place of hatred or anything like that. These are just the facts. This is just what it is. And we can, on the flip side of that, someone could say, well, the majority of the mass shootings, like school shootings or things like that, are committed by whites. Okay. That doesn't offend me at all. We can have that conversation.
Not at all, yeah.
To not have a conversation that this is what it is. And, you have that conversation with your kids and say, hey, listen, if you're going downtown today, be aware. And when they get to the age where they can get a gun license or a gun permit, you teach them the weapon safety rule. You teach them that it's a tool, just like anything else. You have to be responsible with it. They can go through weapon safety classes, courses, just like getting a driver's license. You go through driver's ed and you take a test and you sit there with a professional. Well, there's courses out there like that. And you can, as a responsible parent, you should be there with your children step by step and teaching them and showing them and preparing them. And that makes a good human being, right? I mean, that's what it is. But yeah, in a lot of these situations, I saw that video of the 15-year-old African-American young lady bashing. It's a black on white crime. If it was the other way around, I'm sure the media would spin it. I didn't even really see it. I saw it on social media mostly, but I didn't really see it on the mainstream too much. I did see, I'm sure you saw the body cam footage from the sheriff's deputy in Southern California that shot and killed a 15-year-old boy who was holding a garden tool.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
But the garden tool happened to be an axe. But the media printed that it's a garden tool. But, you know, things get spun differently in the media. But these conversations, though they may be uncomfortable for some, they're not uncomfortable for me. I just look at the facts. I look at the statistics, and that is what it is.
It does.
13% of the population commits 15% of the violent crimes.
And I every time that statistics I brought up is actually it's different. So it's from within 13% of that population. Otherwise, that would mean the entire black population is committing crimes, which is even a worse number because now you have even a more concentrated number committing those crimes. And I thought about last night. Hi, I'm Dominic Izzo, host of the Rants of Izzo Show here on Spreely Media, inviting you to join me live every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern here on the Rants of Izzo Show as we talk about everything from politics to porn. And don't forget to go to Spreely.com to download the app, join our social media platform, get news, entertainment, podcasts, and more. From all of us here at Spreely Media, thanks for watching.